Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A Houston security guard is earning much respect after a video popped up online showing him squaring off against two men at different times. What happened at the end will absolutely shock you. Check it out.
Oh. 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 No me lo está pegando, güey.
Nigga just taking it like a bitch.
Nigga just taking him like a good boy. Oh. Oh, también con él, güey. Ahora, güey. Oh.
Oh, where the case at? It's security, that nigga is security. Why that bitch not gonna do shit, nigga? She's security too.
Taser.
Get it, yeah.
They jumped in. Ah, the bag. Oh. That boy got it.
No weapons, no jumping, no arrest, mutual respect. I ain't got no problem with that. That's how it go, man. Take it back to the old school, man. If you bold enough to want to fight, use what God gave you. Use your hands and your feet and your teeth, your head, your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, whatever you got to use. But use what God gave you. Don't be trying to run and go get something after you voluntarily engage in a squabble. You want to voluntarily engage in conflict and then you got to go get something because you can't win the fight head up. Family. Well, let me say this before I address the elephant in the room. So the dude in the white who stepped up after his buddy got dropped, I like that dude because he saw his buddy get dropped. So that means that he knew exactly what he was up against. He knew what he was up against, and he stepped up to buddy anyway. And he was game too, because the way he was coming at him, looked like he felt like he could do better than what his buddy did. But the lie detector test revealed that was a lie. But I got to give him props for going in. A lot of them dudes, they would have saw that happening. Man, let me go get a gun because I'm a wham nigga. Let me go. That's what they would have done. The average dude, right? I'm talking about these new dudes, right? I find it interesting. Here's the elephant in the room. I find it interesting that Buddy had a gun on his hip. And he exhibited restraint. He has less training than a police officer has. But yet, he didn't pull out his weapon and end anybody's life at the very first sign of fear. Or maybe he wasn't afraid. Maybe instead of hiring police officers, we should hire security guards. They seem to have more restraint. Or is it that police officers have more power? And because of that power, they power trip. They know they got qualified immunity to back that up. So they kill, not because they're so much of an evil person or whatever, but they kill because they know they can get away with it. I find that very interesting. But he could have popped him. He could have popped either one of them. But he didn't. Either one of them at the same time, they could have decided to jump him. But they didn't. Where the hell did those principles come from? Because I've been looking everywhere for principles over the last maybe 2.5 decades, and I just can't find them. I can't find stand-up dudes nowhere. Well, there's a few of them here. They sprinkled it here and there. But a stand-up dude who you don't jump him? And so maybe they didn't jump him because the one dude started the fight. The one friend maybe started it. And the other guy was like, man, okay, there you go, So maybe it was a little deeper than what we see on the surface as for the reason why he didn't jump in right then and there. Because I'm going to keep it a buck with you, fam. If it's a security guard and he's a bully and he's trying to jump one of my partners, he starts trying to swing on one of my partners, I'm absolutely helping to whoop his ass. I ain't finna hesitate. So maybe that was a situation where the first friend, the initial friend, was the one who was the aggressor, was overzealous. And the other friend was like just falling back, like, the next thing you know, they fighting. And so he kind of like sat back and watched what's going on. And then, but after he dropped his buddy, he like, hold on, man, you can't just do my partner like that. Come on, what's up? I think it could have went down like that. I'm in Houston, so they can reach out to me. Maybe I can get the real truth behind the decision that the other guy made not to jump in initially, right? But I got to commend all three gentlemen. The security guard got hands. The security guard was not afraid like a lot of these cowards are. As soon as, in fact, a person don't even have to be swinging on them, and they'll pull out a gun and just shoot you. You ain't got to be swinging on them. Their life don't even have to be in danger. They'll just start shooting you. So salute to the officer, the real officer, who maintained control and was patient, right? Because patience have a lot to do with that too, because before they started fighting, there was an argument. I didn't see the argument, but there had to be an argument. The big thing about all of this, fam, is that after everything was over, they shook hands. They shook hands at the end. He shook hands with both of the guys. They shook hands like, okay, that was a fight. That was a square fight. Hey, man, it is what it is. Boom. We all live to fight another day. Or at least think about fighting another day. I don't think they should be fighting anytime soon because they got to recover first. But at least give you time to think about it. I'm going to tell you something too, fam. I think being a security guard is a more stressful job than being a police officer. Because most people, they have more respect for police officers because they know police officers have a lot of latitude, and police officers can make their lives very, very difficult. Police officers can write you excessive tickets. They can trump up charges. They can get physical with you. They can kill you. So a lot of people have way more respect for police officers than they have for security guards. You could call it fear, right? But that fear makes them respect at least the authority that the police officer has. But I see people all the time disrespect the security guards. What you top cop, what do you call it? Top flight and all that kind of stuff. They be talking crazy to those security guards. Yeah, a lot of people talk really, really crazy to security guards, especially if they don't have a gun. Oh, if they ain't got a gun, oh man, you really ain't no security guard. You just a guy. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a guard. You're not in security. You're just a guy, right? Just a guy with some clothes on. Got your little starter kit on with no gun. But yeah, fam, salute to those guys. Salute to all of them. Buddy, Buddy need to get free washes at Speed Queen Laundry. He didn't even get a wrinkle in his suit. He didn't get a wrinkle in his suit. Oh, and this happened at they call it a Mi Tienda. Mi Tienda, yeah. Mi Tienda location. Yeah. Yeah, I probably need to interview all of them. That'd be good. That'd be a good interview, wouldn't it? Get all three of them sitting down. Man, what happened, man? Yeah. Mutual comeback. Y'all know this is Texas. So everybody got guns. And so even though these guys did not display guns, they could have easily pulled out a gun. But people don't typically pull out guns to try to shoot police officers or security guards. They typically don't even fight security guards like that. But these guys had it on their mind that day, and they put it into action. But obviously they were clearly warned of his status because he had the uniform on, he had the gun on his hip, but Buddy still squared off. Maybe he was one of those dudes that tried Buddy, like, hey, take off the gun, take off the badge. Yeah, if you ain't have that badge and that gun on, I'll whoop you. And Buddy was like, you know what? Let's just act like it ain't on. I ain't gonna put it. Now what's up? And next thing you know, ding, ding, fries and shake. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.